Hello, Clarice.
It's alive! It's alive!
We accept one of us.
I kick ass for the Lord.
I want to play a game.
They're here.
It's showtime.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 7 of 3 Basket Cases. And we have a movie for you today. And it's a movie. We're doing War of the Worlds, 2025 edition. Before we get into that, we are 3 Basket Cases on all social media, the number 3 Basket Cases, and 3 Basket Cases podcast at gmail.com if you want to email us. I guess we'll just jump right into it. We got War of the Worlds 2025 starring Ice Cube, and Frank will be doing the walkthrough for this one.
Starring Ice Cube and a little co-starring with Eva Longoria. So, she made it into this movie.
I didn't know she was in this going into it.
Neither did I. I saw her and I said, is that who I think it is? And, IMDb'd the movie and I was like, holy shit, look at her. Good for her. She's doing things.
Yeah, she looks fantastic.
War of the Worlds 2025. We have Ice Cube is playing a guy named William Radford, who's a domestic terrorist or domestic terror analyst. And he's going into work. It's 8:59 on a Sunday, so that's why I explained why the entire NHS building was empty except for Ice Cube. That was my explanation for it.
Mm-hmm.
Because there was nobody in this building except for him.
Yeah, the government takes off on weekends.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. There's no terrorist threats on the weekends.
No, everyone knows that.
Yeah.
And as of June 2024, 260,000 employees worked at DHS. Definitely. Not one. 200,000.
259,999 of them were off that Sunday.
Right.
So apparently he can track everything on his computer. He listens on calls and he analyzes people's faces. He's zooming in on everybody around Washington, D.C. in the area. And he's trying to figure out who this domestic terrorist named Disruptor is.
Mm-hmm.
So he's trying to figure out where he is. And Sandra from NASA, played by Eva Longoria, calls him. She's talking to him about some storms that are occurring around the globe. And all of NASA's satellites have been down for 2 days now. And she's asking Ice Cube whether the NHS is causing something to happen with the weather. And, obviously not. And then we go back to Disruptor, and he's allegedly going to blow the lid off of Goliath, which is a data tracking and harvesting program that he feels is a major threat to mankind. And he looks into Disruptor for like a second or two, and then he starts spying on his daughter and chastising her about her food choices and eating muffins and not eating enough protein because she's pregnant, and hacking into her refrigerator to see what kind of food she has in the fridge. And it seems to be kind of an abuse of power at the DHS.
He's also not doing a lot of actual work. The first line of my walkthrough says his job is to do surveillance on America, just him. And but then after 5 minutes, he gets bored and starts looking at his daughter's refrigerator. So he there's like a montage of him checking like all the important areas for like 5 seconds. He just clicks on. He's like, yeah, that looks safe. That looks safe. That looks safe. And then time to go check the fridge.
So I guess with the refrigerator, I guess some refrigerators have a camera in there. I know.
No, he just hacked it. He hacks everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, but why is there a camera in the refrigerator is the thing to begin with.
Reasons.
Why would you even want one?
Well, because I think maybe if you want to go grocery shopping and you like, oh, do I have that? And then your camera in your refrigerator will tell you that.
I mean, what if you're at the store and I don't know if I need milk, and you can look at the camera of your milk and see how low you are.
I mean, how bad at shopping are you that you don't know the status of your stuff in your fridge?
And
you have to be pretty freaking bad, right?
So yeah, he's checking on his daughter's stuff.
And now he's spying on his son. He just saw he purchased a game for $250, and he hacks into his son's computer in like 2 seconds and deletes the game. And then he calls him and bitches at his son.
Knowing who his son is later, the fact that he hacked into his son's computer that easily is pretty funny.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that are pretty funny about his son. And he said he has a job lined up at NSA for his son, and his son, refuses it. He doesn't want it. He says he plays video games for a living or something like that. And
Yeah.
I wonder if he did. Like, I wonder if he has like a video game chip. He tests video games, or he just kind of said that to be snarky.
I think that's his cover, as we'll find out.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a.
Spoiler alert.
I just want to bring up
A lot of the answers are who knows.
Belabor them.
He, gets off the phone with his son after chastising him, and he apparently during that time he was looking for Disruptor, and he finds him. He figures out where he's at, and he hits a "that was easy" button, which plays right into that 2020 vibe because I haven't seen those in 5 years.
Yeah.
I mean, at least. Since this movie was made in 2020 and was released 5 years later. So it's a COVID movie, so.
But it doesn't say that. It says something like button or something, right? What does it say on it? It says push. It doesn't say that was easy.
It doesn't say easy on it?
No, it says push or something or button.
Yeah, it doesn't say easy. So it's like it's a knockoff That Was Easy button.
Yeah, it took me a second. I was like, oh, right, Staples.
Because this movie's not sponsored by Staples. It has many sponsors, but Staples is not one of them.
Right, contractually, they're out. They're in competition with the 9 other sponsors.
So he found Disruptor in like 5 minutes, the most powerful hacker in the world or the United States, whatever he is. Found him in like 5 minutes. Now he's working on getting a warrant, and we meet. I guess we meet his daughter's boyfriend or something like that happens at this time, and he's an Amazon delivery driver. And I said he really lucked out considering Ice Cube's daughter is a scientist that's working on decoding genes and gene structure and stuff. So I was like, wow, he really, good for him.
Yeah. He's
my
dating
God.
up. Yeah.
I guess Ice Cube found out that there was going to be a baby shower occurring and he wasn't invited to it. And I said, since when are guys going to baby showers? I mean, maybe I'm old-fashioned.
And upset that they're not going to them.
Right. Thank you for not inviting me to the baby shower.
Oh, I'm not going to a baby shower? That's awesome.
The most unrealistic thing, too, is these kids are, in their 20s, and their primary focus is Facebook.
So then...
Because it's not sponsored by Instagram. That's why.
So he starts spying on his daughter again. He hacks her laptop with a password generator, hacks her phone, and watches her conversation with her boyfriend. And she's made some cannibal code that reprograms DNA to attack 6 cells. And he sees like a news article about this. So she's published, and this is, it's widely known that she's made this cannibal virus or she's worked on it. And this plays in later into the movie into a little small part, it was humorous. Then he's looking at Facebook at his dead wife's account, and he types "miss you," which he seems to do pretty often.
I think it was like annually on the date of her death.
Which happens to be today.
Yeah, it just it's what are the coincidences?
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Wow.
And what are the odds?
Yeah, that's incredible. So he gets the search warrant for Disruptor, and I noticed it said 9:34 on the clock, and he punched in at 8:59. So in 35 minutes, he figured out where Disruptor was.
Well, not only that, he spied on his daughter's
daughter.
fridge and spied on her emails and her phone conversation and
spied on his son.
Oh, and checked the whole country.
Checked the whole country, checked all of DC.
Yeah.
Found the most powerful hacker in the United States
before he finished
in 35 minutes of work.
Today was a good day.
And he doesn't have time for this crazy ass storm happening that the woman calls. She's like, "Have you seen this?" And the lightning is the most insane thing I've ever seen in my life. He's like, "Oh yeah, can you post it?" And he goes back to something else. No interest in that at all. It's literally the only thing that he could have done other than spying on his daughter's refrigerator. He had no interest in it.
He said
all
something.
The satellites are down.
He said something like, "I don't spy on clouds. I spy on people." Like 2 or 3 times in the movie. They really like that.
Yeah, zinger.
Yeah.
We've been watching all of this on Ice Cube, Will's computer screen, the entire movie.
The whole movie is from his computer screen, yes.
And then we get a message from Sandra about the increasing intensity of the storms. Now we're following the FBI, and they go up and they find Disruptor's apartment, and they're picking the lock to get into the apartment. I figured they would just bust the door down.
I had that in my notes too. They used those 2 little pin things to like...
Yeah, the lock picking tool.
Yeah, I'm like, why are they doing that and not a battering ram?
Right, he just kicked the door in.
It's so weird.
What is going on? And you find out that it was just a decoy house. He had something set up that with a different IP address or something like that.
Damn you, Disruptor.
Disruptor. And I feel like if he was good at his job, Will, he would have figured it out pretty quickly. But, maybe I said maybe if he wasn't spying on his kids, he would have.
Yeah, if he took more than 3 seconds to look at this.
Right. And now all of a sudden we have meteors falling from the sky all around the globe immediately after this happens. So they break into this apartment where we think Disruptor is, and immediately there's meteors just falling from the sky, destroying everything.
This is all 15 minutes of real time, by the way. They were able to get a warrant, assemble a crew, go to the house.
Send it as a PDF.
Yeah. Send as a PDF.
Christ almighty.
I said, nobody knew these meteors were going to fall from the sky because NASA's satellites are down.
And no red flags.
All of them.
I mean, I think we have these things called telescopes that we may look into the sky with.
We also have these things called other countries.
There's other countries. Oh, well, there's other countries. There's telescopes. There's your head.
Yeah.
There's many other options.
Yes.
There's suspicion because all of them were taken down.
Yes.
Right, by meteors. And where would those meteors be going next? To the Earth? That's a little bit of a warning.
Yeah, nobody seemed to care.
Nobody, until they started hitting the ground. Now he's calling Faith, and he's getting his information by watching Fox News and various news feeds.
That was one of my favorite parts, that he finds out that the meteors are hitting the Earth by watching the news.
Right. He's watching it.
Like most of his
news.
information came from the news. Like
Yes.
he would watch a news story.
And now to Washington, D.C. for a direct call on our hotline. Oh, oh, oh.
Click, 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 and then report to the president.
Yes.
It was news. It was news outlets and stock footage.
Yeah.
It was where he got all of his information.
Yes.
And I said nobody's calling him about this. He's watching the news. There's not a single person calling him about these meteors or anything at all.
Nope.
Sandra is texting him and sending him videos about it. And I think some meteors hit the Homeland Security building at this point because it shook or something.
They were at least
But I guess they
by.
didn't.
They were close by.
Close by. And the director calls an emergency Zoom meeting. And he's looking for his daughter instead of gathering information.
Yep.
So he's still looking for his daughter. He's not doing his job. He's looking for his daughter.
At all.
And he's telling his daughter's boyfriend, Mark, to get to the lab and find her. And Ice Cube and Dave, Dave, his son, are FaceTiming. And he's telling his son to get out of there and keep running. And he's telling him where to run. He's actually tracking his son on a map on his computer, telling him when to turn left and when to turn right. And there was a loud electric humming, and the screen goes black with Dave. But he can see that Dave is still moving. So his son is all right. And his son is, presumably getting away. And then he gets a call from the Secretary of Defense, who, while all of this is happening, he's on a golf course smoking a cigar.
Yes.
Very nonchalant about this whole thing for a Secretary of Defense.
It was a Sunday,
And the DHS director, Briggs, he's in some office giving a debriefing of what's going on. And then they go to Sandra, who's working for NASA. And she's actually on the ground at the impact sites of these meteors.
She got there very quickly.
Very quickly. And, I mean, she's right next to them. And she decides that she's going to get a better look. And it's kind of dumb not knowing what they are or where they came from or what they're made of. And, she says, I've never seen anything like this. And, the meteors are alive and moving. And,
that's in my notes. There's a meteor from space. Touch it and smell the fumes immediately.
And be surprised at everything it is. It's cold.
She's like touching with her bare hands.
You have this experience a lot, and this is different from other ones.
What are you doing, Sandra? There's no protective gear. You're the only NASA scientist?
She's the only person in the area.
That's it.
Yeah.
Nobody else from NASA.
Yeah, it's Sunday. Everybody's off.
My God. So they need a planetary alliance, and they need a domestic threat analysis right away. And I think the domestic threat analysis would be very threatened at this point. The FBI is asking Will, Ice Cube, about the rules of engagement. And I said, why would he know what the fucking rules of engagement for the FBI are?
Do you want to hear his response?
Sure.
You.
Bradford, what are the rules of engagement here?
Engagement? Shit, if I know, don't do nothing.
Very professional.
And at some point, he says he's watching these aliens, and I think they're coming up at this point in the tripods. And he said that thing is huge, and I said that's what she said right after that.
He felt like he was playing the entire movie. It felt like he was playing Call of Duty, like not interacting with the world ending and his children in life-threatening danger. Right? I mean, every interaction he had was completely off, and I that's what I wrote down. Like he's playing a video game.
Yeah, essentially.
During this part, the aliens come out, and he just texts the head of DHS, "Aliens attacking." It's just a text.
Like they need to hear it from him.
Yeah. Well, he just saw it on Fox News, and I guess that he figured the head of DHS was not watching Fox News.
Somebody's got to let him know, right?
Yeah.
So now Dave is back home, and Dave's trying to give his dad information that he feels his father needs to know. Like he absolutely must know this information. He's explaining it to his dad, and Ice Cube just is like, "Shut the fuck up! I'm not listening to you. I don't want to hear what you have to say."
Yeah.
And just dismisses him immediately.
Fair enough.
I mean,
yeah, why not?
Why hear that when you could look in people's fridges?
Yeah, right. And we see the alien lasers down a helicopter, and presumably Sheila from the FBI is dead because he was talking to her for a second,
and then
he just said, "Oh my God."
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And he's now watching CNN for information. He switched from Fox News over to CNN at this point.
They had to cover everyone. They didn't want to leave anyone out. The left, the right, everyone. We're a divided country, and they're like, let's bring everyone together through this movie. We're all Americans.
I think this movie is bringing everyone together.
It is.
Yeah, yes, it is.
So the storms were caused by the meteors. We get an explanation. The meteors burning through the planet's ozone layer. And the attack was clearly organized by an intelligent force. All the satellites were blinded, and no one could see it coming, which is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
You could see this coming. Faith his daughter Faith is now outside running around for no apparent reason. She should have stayed where she was at, but now she's running around. And Ice Cube is screaming at his daughter to run, and a helicopter crashes right next to Faith. And he finds Faith's pulse rate. I guess he hacked her watch.
Yeah.
And he can now see her pulse rate, and he sees she's alive. She has a big piece of metal in her leg that's like sticking out, and she's hurting pretty bad. And Ice Cube tells her heart rate's way too high, and he tries to call 911 for help. And I feel like they might have been kind of busy at this point.
Yeah, yeah.
Because they don't pick up, because there's meteors crashing everywhere. And Ice Cube decides to call 911.
Well, also his daughter's a doctor, and her first thing is like, "I'm gonna pull this out of my leg."
Right. Yeah,
And the
she's a
crazy thing,
doctor.
too, but the whole thing is like it's shocking how this movie had like no suspense or tension or this is his daughter. She may or may not die, and I'm just sitting there waiting to see his reaction, how funny it is, so I can.
Yeah.
Like, you can't be any more removed from a movie than that. Like, both of his kids at one point we thought might have died, and I'm like, oh god, please, yes. What's he gonna do?
So
Give us a dinger.
So Ice Cube says he's coming for her, and he tries to get out the door of the DHS building, but the door's locked. He's locked in. He can't get out. He's trying to take the stairs, but he's locked in. And again, he's the only person in the entire fucking building. There's no one there.
And he cannot get out of his glass-walled office.
Impossible to get out. So the alien is now coming towards Faith, but Ice Cube hacks a Tesla and ends up opening the door to this Tesla for her. And he starts to remote drive the Tesla, trying to get her to a hospital. And he's looking up available hospitals, but go figure, they're all full. All the hospitals are full.
Wow, that's crazy.
Son of a
Beds
bitch.
are even full and not just burnt out rubble. Like, I just right? I mean, how are they even full? Like, are they operating? Like, everything's down.
Well, it's also been 5 minutes.
Oh, at that point, it felt like 6 years.
And now one of the most unintentionally funniest moments of the movie for me happens right here. She's in the car and he's remote driving it, and you could see out the windshield of the Tesla, and it is a sunny day. And there's like two cars driving like 35 miles an hour next to her. And it is just bluebirds and blue skies out there. There is no destruction whatsoever. And Faith looks at the camera. She goes, "There's so much destruction," and then it cuts again to the front of the Tesla, and they're just cruising along down this like 3-lane road, and there is no destruction.
No, it's like mild traffic in the suburb of DC. It was like 9 cars. One's going 35. You got a blinker on. The traffic lights are working fine. I caught that too, but I forgot that she said that.
There's so much destruction. There's nothing at all. It's so good. So then Ice Cube starts to talk to his daughter about the baby shower again while she's dying in the back of the car.
God, that was my favorite part of the movie. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, you're going to bring up that now, a baby shower?
She even says, now we're doing this?
Yeah, I was like, thank you. But then he keeps going.
Yeah. He's not dropping it.
So then he enables the low battery mode in the Tesla because it's about to run out of juice. So she can make it to the hospital.
Well, they were going to go to some like roadside triage center, and it said that it was a mile away, and they're freaking out about the battery of the Tesla, which says it has 2 miles left on the battery. And
That's right.
It's twice as long as where you're going. Why are you even worrying about it? But yeah, he
drives a Tesla to a location and then leaves it there with less than 2 miles to go. Like, what was your plan? This wasn't an emergency before it happened. You have a Tesla, you don't have your car.
Yeah, you're right. That driver was fucked anyway.
Yeah.
Maybe he wanted to commit suicide for other reasons before this happened.
So he hacks Mark's Amazon delivery van and tells Mark to get to Faith, which is what he was doing before. But now Faith is elsewhere, so now Mark's got to reroute himself to get there. And he hacked in, and there are like 6 different cameras inside of this Amazon delivery van.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's reality for Amazon drivers. I mean, they have to watch their employees, but is that like, you think that's real?
I don't think so. Did you guys ever see the movie Spree?
No.
This guy wants to go viral, and he's doing like an Uber driver thing, and he's like live streaming his drives, and he hooks up a camera in like every nook and cranny of his car to get every angle of what he's about to do. And that was the way the setup was for this Amazon truck, which I don't think is like that in real life.
I would think there'd be one, if that.
Yeah, maybe a couple, but yeah, he's got every angle possible, and he can just talk to his daughter's boyfriend.
Yeah, Ice Cube talks through it and freaks him out, and he's like looking around for a person.
He's an idiot.
Yeah.
So then now he's instead of trying to find solutions, he starts to compose an email to his daughter, presumably about how shitty of a dad he is.
And we get to see the whole thing be typed out.
Yes, yeah. And then we hear again, they repeat it, that the storms were from thousands of meteors going through the atmosphere that were intentionally directed at hundreds of satellites to obliterate any change of warrant. They repeat the same thing again. Fucking 10 minutes later.
Yep.
Funny because I missed it both times. This is news to me right now. I'm not even kidding you.
And apparently Sandra's okay, and she just got her cell service back. Incredible.
Who's Sandra? Oh, she's NASA, right?
She's NASA. That's Eva Longoria.
He has her Sandra NASA on his phone too. So.
And now he's watching BBC News to get his intelligence. He's moved from Fox to CNN to BBC. And all the shit he's watching is footage of other battles.
It's stock footage of like Iraq War and stuff.
I think they actually did use something from Operation Desert Storm.
Yeah, it's all stock footage of just random war.
Which is, I mean, imagine having a child die in a war and then it ends up, that some of the footage similar to that ends up in this movie.
Right.
Really?
So now Will is he's debriefing the president with a threat report on the most high priority, most vulnerable sites.
Yeah.
Will from the NHS. The people that are on the call are the president, the secretary of the defense, Northern Command, and DHS Director Briggs. And somehow Ice Cube is the one that is telling them what's going on.
And also, the President of the United States is in the Oval Office presently. I would imagine that could be a target.
Well, as we find out later, it's not necessarily a target.
So he says, organized attack on water, power grids, and top-level military targets. They knew where they were going. They're eliminating our ability to respond. And they're moving towards global response headquarters. And the next step is command centers and nuclear power facilities. They're grouping their attacks at this point. And Ice Cube says they will be much stronger in groups. No kidding.
Did you
And-
notice that when the aliens started changing directions, he clicks on a show sensitive government targets button?
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, and it just highlights all the sensitive government targets. It was like one of those like right click menus, just show all the sensitive targets.
So so this guy, he says they'll be much stronger in groups. So if we concentrate our armed response assets to our high priority locations, we can hit as many as possible. I think it's the only option we have right now.
Oh, actually, that's you want to hear this because I have it.
Please, yes.
Also, I'm pretty sure this is his first time reading this because his delivery, he's clearly reading off a piece of paper.
Our global response headquarters are most sensitive targets, and they're taking them out one by one. Based on their prioritized destruction of these critical intelligence command centers, my analysis suggests nuclear power facilities are next. Electric grids will follow, leaving us completely helpless.
Do you see that? They're grouping to concentrate their attack.
Exactly.
I mean, that was the stiffest delivery I think I've ever heard.
He sounds like he's slow.
He's clearly reading off a piece of paper, and there was too many big words on it.
So he tells them that, and they say our forces are positioned and ready to engage right now. So what are we doing? They're already ready to go.
Also, this movie's in real time, so they mobilized the entire world's armies in 13 minutes.
Let's just wait for the right moment.
Yeah.
And the president says this plan is humanity's last chance. I see no other option but to initiate this war of the worlds to save us all.
Call.
I was like, ooh, I love
Thank
that.
you, sir. You got the one. You know who the president was?
No.
His IMDb is extensive. This guy was in 5 Ron Howard movies. He was in a couple P.T. Anderson movies. He's been in he's got 12 movies coming up, or like he's been in probably 160. He's Marion Ross from Happy Days' son, and his wife is a famous actress as well. He is an accomplished actor, and he was also in Whose Line Is It Anyway? He made a lot of appearances in that.
Oh wow.
He's a voice actor. This guy is pretty talented.
I
He
guess
probably never thought this movie would see the light of day.
or he has a very expensive gambling habit and needed a check.
Or Coke.
Now we're watching the attack through Ice Cube's computer screen while he makes dumb commentary. And Sandra says the aliens are changing directions. And he's checking on Faith again because her heart rate is too high.
Oh, that's when he clicked the sensitive target button.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now we're with Faith.
That was
She is-
easy.
Faith is in a seemingly completely empty hospital. Mark is running the Faith, and he says he's cramping up. And the streets are completely empty that he's running on.
All the
streets
hospitals
are
were
empty.
full 10 minutes ago. It's amazing how that emptied out now.
It's totally empty. The hospital's empty. The streets are empty.
There's no traffic.
No traffic. And Sandra now sent Will a video of an alien she took. She thinks it's hunting for something. Every time they make a loud noise, apparently they're changing directions. They're trying to locate something.
Something.
I'd
Will
like to say
figures
one
out.
positive thing about this movie.
Okay.
I'm going to do it.
All right.
I think the aliens themselves were not terrible. And I feel like when they had that thing where they open up and the electricity and the sound that they made was okay.
Yeah.
There.
The sound did sound the big vibration type noise.
Yeah.
It sounded good.
Yeah.
It did. Somebody came to the table on this movie. The sound designer was like, you know what? Listen, man, it's COVID. I need a job, and I have all this experience, and I'm gonna go for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to do this, and I'm gonna do it.
So now Will has figured out that the aliens are after the government data centers, and Dave calls Will. Dave is Will's son. Just keep all these people straight, and tells him the government is keeping secrets from him and all of us. And Will doesn't want to hear it again. The government has a surveillance network 1,000 times stronger than anything you could imagine. Ice Cube says he is the government's surveillance network, and his son says, you don't know about this one, and just dismisses him again. You know, you're full of shit, kid.
Yep.
You know, shut the fuck up. And he tells him it's called Goliath, and Ice Cube says that's fake news.
You knew that was finding its way. That those two words were finding their way in this movie.
Yeah.
They had to. And he proceeds to tell Ice Cube about Goliath. It's going to collect everything on us, and it won't stop until they have it all. And Ice Cube's just like, you know, shut up, hangs up on him. Sandra calls at this point. Sandra, Eva Longoria from NASA, She found one of the aliens that got shot down, but she thinks it's still alive. And they've been going towards data centers. And she's talking to Ice Cube at this point, and she's standing on a sidewalk, and there's a guy standing behind her, maybe like 50 feet behind her. It looks like he's on a smoke break from work.
I missed that.
It looks like a Monday afternoon for this guy. He's just casually out there, like, ripping a butt while they're filming a movie. There's no chaos going on here. So they see some tentacle with red in it. It's going into one of these data centers. And the tentacles, they're attached to the servers in the data center. And Will determines that they are doing something called hyper downloading. And the servers are being emptied. And Sandra sees something while she's in there because she's just walking right into this shit. And she freaks out because she sees something amazing, and then she says these things are all over her clothes, and then Will loses contact with her again. And just like that, the data center is completely empty, and the military systems are experiencing full data loss. So the military is down.
And that is gauged as if it was a gas gauge on a car.
Yes.
You know, the red goes from down.
Yeah, you're just watching it in real time, just dropping.
Right. And as if that would be the gauge. It's like 5 red bars. It's like your cell phone. 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, the world's out of data now. Oh no.
And it's quite literally, it's out of data.
Right.
It's like they're eating the data. What?
I mean,
why are they eating the data? Like, what do they want? Why do they want my Facebook photos too? Like,
they want everybody's Facebook photos. So yeah, so nobody can communicate with any of the forces. The helicopters, the planes, the ships are all just fucked. They're falling from the sky. The ships are beaching themselves. The helicopters are crashing.
There's no data. The boats are sinking.
The boats are sinking because there's no data.
Right. My Facebook photos are gone, so a fighter pilot just drops to the ground immediately.
Yeah, there's all this footage of like planes just doing flips and going straight into the ground and boats sinking, and it's like, yeah, they got no data. Nobody's
it's like
ever
a video of the Wright brothers' first flight.
Yeah.
But it's awesome. It looks awesome. It's just not this movie.
Right. If there was another explanation, maybe, but like no data, so the boat sinks doesn't really add up.
Bite your tongue. So they must resort to a full manual attack. The military is crippled. The data is drained, whatever that means.
Mm-hmm.
So now Sandra is calling. So apparently she's okay. But Mark is calling instead. So he's ignores Sandra, goes to Mark. He's with Faith. She's in bad shape. She decided to pull the spike out of her leg. And again, she's a doctor, and she decides the best course of action is to pull the spike out of her leg. Well, and I thought she was a biology major.
I mean, it's okay because the Amazon driver boyfriend wrapped some tape around her leg as a tourniquet, so problem solved.
Right. He has his own set of skills that are valuable. Oh, yes.
He says he's
Amazon tape to get it done. Oh, kill me.
I was like, he's a pro at boxing, shit up with tape. So, I mean, why not, right?
Delivery drivers don't do the boxing up, by the way.
Oh.
Those are two separate functions.
He's good at driving.
He's a good driver. He's a good pilot.
He's not a surgeon. He's not smarter than NASA. He's good at driving.
Well, Peter, guess what? The tape worked because the bleeding has stopped.
Yep.
Don't I feel stupid now?
The bleeding has stopped. And Sandra texts, big discovery, call me back. So we're back with Sandra again. And she has some tiny metal bugs that are going after an SD card. And Will's like, what are they doing with the chip? And she's like, why are they going after the chip? And she says the same reason they love my phone. They're drawn to data. The more data they consume, the smarter they get. They eat the data. That's why the servers were being emptied. Great. So the whole attack was a diversion, apparently, to get the tripods to the data centers so they could start eating our data. To get these little bugs in there, I guess. So we have global data loss. There's no GPS data. Power grids are collapsing. The world is going dark at this point. I have no idea how Will is doing anything that he's doing at this point. Talking to anybody on the phone, watching videos, anything. Nothing he's doing should be possible at this point.
Nothing he's doing is affected in the slightest, by the way.
Not even close.
And
Not even
all
close.
he is doing is basically, from my understanding, is he'll look at someone and he'll give a one-word command like "run," "don't," "go,"
Well,
"turn around."
Look, you
Get
saw
out.
what happened through that clip of what happens when you give him full sentences to say.
He's a fine actor, man. He shit the bed in this, and it's probably the direction. It's probably a lot of things, but
Now Will is on Facebook and he's looking at his wife's profile in real time as it's deleted. His dead wife's profile. So he's watching in real time as the whole thing is deleted away. And that's sad.
Her voice message
glitches out.
It gets slower. It goes because that's how it works.
it would have been great if they did like some 1990s comedy record scratch.
Yeah.
Someone starts singing, "I feel good." Yeah.
So now everything is gone. Everything is gone now, except for YouTube.
Yeah,
and
but
the Disruptor live stream.
I just want to circle back real quick.
Yeah.
When everything, the military's destroyed and millions of people are dying, he's just fine. When his Facebook memories got deleted, he flips out. He throws his chair and he screams shit. And he was calm through all this, but his Facebook is gone and he's losing his mind. I thought that was fun.
I think that's the only. I think he dropped the F-bomb there. I think that's the one time he said "fuck" in the movie.
Yeah, he was.
He didn't want that.
That really hit him hard. Yeah.
The 2 times he thought his children died. No.
Yeah, he just slowly took his glasses off.
So Will goes on YouTube, and he's the Disruptor live stream is still up. Disruptor's talking about how the government launched Goliath and the aliens are after it, and if they find it, the world will go back to the Stone Age, and the invaders won't stop till they have it all. The being of that, I guess. Is nothing backed up anymore? Are there no thumb drives somewhere?
They're reading the backups, man. They're reading everything.
Everything. There's no thumb drives.
Except YouTube, BBC News, Twitter,
Fox News,
Joe Rogan, Tucker Carlson.
Feelings will be all else, right? Joe Rogan, yeah.
There was at least 2 or 3 Joe Rogan screenshots in there.
And a Chuck Schumer, just to keep guys like me in the mix. Sure. Thank you.
So after tracking Disruptor, the number 1 NHS threat, Will finally decides to use vocal decryption tool, which I think he would have done immediately, but no.
It was because a line in his new video was what Will said before he hung up on him 10 minutes ago.
Right. But wouldn't you have tried that to start a year ago? Maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been the first logical step. Let's see if we can figure out this guy's real voice.
Yeah, he had this voice decryptor program, and apparently it takes less than 30 seconds to...
Takes less than 30 seconds. They've been tracking the guy for a year.
Yeah.
Sure. And he figures out that Disruptor is none other than his son.
Wow.
And he couldn't even figure out that his son in his own house was Disruptor, this big domestic terrorist threat.
The thing that bothers me most in this movie is that, what is his son, 16? When you're 16 years old, I don't care what race, nationality, religion, sex, whatever, you're an idiot. Every 16-year-old is an idiot. Everyone. I was an idiot. He's an idiot. They're all idiots. You're not smarter than NASA. You're not going to think of something the FBI did not. You're simply an idiot. Done.
Yeah.
Roll credits.
So Dave and Will are talking on the phone, and Dave's trying to convince his father to work with him, and Will hangs up on him. He's pissed off that he was Disruptor, and Dave sends Will a document on Goliath, and it says the difference between right and wrong is the truth, and the truth shall set you free.
He sent it through data, right?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
So some data's there.
Some data is there. So Will opens this Goliath folder and finds a bunch of files on unidentified anomalous phenomena, the Skinwalker Ranch, a bunch of government conspiracy files, and a file from 1948 of violent weather strange craft sightings. So the government knew the whole time about the aliens because they had been here before, and they even knew about the little bugs. So why did they leave the first time?
Well, because they came in 1947 and there's no data.
But what were they?
Data.
But what is the purpose of the data? So they came here What are they doing here? They're just eating our data and then leaving. Have a nice day.
And getting smarter.
I actually want to watch.
They're getting smarter.
Where they show up and they go into like mail rooms and they start like they start like grabbing paperwork and they're filing it and they're like putting it into like
stuffing their shirts with it.
Right, that I want to see.
I also want to see the alternate cut where they eat 4chan and then all turn into Nazis.
All right, so I want to see the file cabinet one, and you want to see that. Let's make these movies, for God's sake.
Let's do it.
I smell sequels.
So what's their master plan? They came in 48 and then they left.
Yeah, they're like, we gotta wait until there's more data to eat.
So they don't want the planet.
No, they just want the data to eat and get smart. That's what I take from it.
But they can travel across the galaxy,
and then
so they're smarter than we are.
And then they eat all the data and they go yums. And then
all right, I'll bite. What is their end game? So they get all the data. They know everything about me. They have my Facebook pictures. They have the Instagram. They have that. They have all the government information. What are they doing with it? And what is their end? Do they want to take the planet over with the data?
That's what I would think. But then why didn't they take the planet over in 1948?
Why did they take the planet over with sheer power? They can eliminate everyone in the course of obviously not 80 minutes. They can kill everyone on the planet, and then they just have it.
Well,
because there's no data then. Guys, you're clearly not following this movie.
I don't know. I don't know. It's a great question. It's a great question.
Sustenance? Is it that nutrition? Like, do they die if they don't?
I don't know.
Let's go. Let's move on.
Okay.
So the specimens thrived on data. The government lied to me right to my face. DHS Director Briggs tells Will Goliath is the greatest surveillance system the world's ever seen. We'll be able to predict every person's thoughts and movements using Goliath. They knew they'd come for it. It would be a full-blown invasion. They knew this was going to happen. Actually, that was like a conversation that he was watching.
Yeah.
So the DHS director is behind Goliath, and DHS director Briggs went rogue and put Goliath in underneath the DHS building.
Yeah.
I want to say this guy's a nice guy, and I don't want to be his only fan, but he couldn't have known this because he died. I mean, he would die too. Like, he couldn't have quite known this. I'm going to defend him a little bit.
Well, I'm going to counter that.
Nobody could have known this.
Later on, I think he might have known. He should have known. But, we'll get to it. So Will calls Briggs. It tells him, NASA warned him. Why didn't the general at NASA tell somebody, Briggs was going rogue and you risked all of our lives to spy on people's Amazon cards. And he's telling Will that Goliath is 40 feet underground, the DHS building. Will tells Briggs he didn't sign up for this shit, and Briggs immediately fires him from his job. And he literally 2 seconds later, Will loses all of his access. He's locked out of his computer. His access is revoked. He can't even get the internet now. Not that the internet should even be working at this point. So then 5 seconds after he loses all of his access, his son Dave apparently sees that his father has lost his access and gives it back to him. So, fooled you. Yeah. So he's right back at it again. Will's back at it. His son is, giving him back all of his access. And he asks his father if he wants to join the rebellion. And Will agrees. And, so they're working together at this point. So Will and Dave are working together, and they're hatching a plan to stop the aliens because they're the only 2 people on the entire globe that could take care of the aliens. Mm-hmm. There aren't other countries.
Right.
There's nobody else can stop the aliens except for Ice Cube and his 16-year-old son. So they're going to come up with something called a rabbit virus. I have no idea what that means. Do you guys know what a rabbit virus is?
It repopulates quickly like rabbits.
But
there was a part where his son sends him a video of. Did you get to this yet? His son sends him a video of like exposing the program, and Will uploads it. Am I getting ahead of you, or did you?
Oh yeah. Will makes the video exposing. He starts to make the video exposing Goliath and Briggs.
But all he does is drag and drop the video his son sent, but somehow his face is superimposed over the Disruptor logo at the end of the video, which he clearly like had no time to edit himself into it. So that was just dumb.
All right, so I'm going to take that photo because I am a graphic designer, and that actually just they destroyed me how bad that was.
It was really bad.
And it was like, oh my God, I'm gonna take one of the two of you and put that in that and have it be far more seamless, and I'll post it on our Instagram or something. But it was insanely terrible.
It was so
destroyed me.
So they go to write this virus, and the two of them can't do it alone. So Will says he's going to make some calls, and Dave tells him that all of his friends suck, and he's got people that'll help write this virus. And he assembles his team of hackers.
Ragtag group, these guys.
Okay. And yeah, they come together and they start making this and this rabbit virus, and Will makes his video exposing Briggs and Goliath, and he uploads the video to YouTube, and immediately headlines start popping up next to this video because the internet is still working. I guess everything is down. It's dark. There's nothing working. But
you took down Facebook, not YouTube, idiot.
They took everything down.
No, Facebook, not YouTube.
Like, holy shit. And the headlines start popping up about Will being a DHS whistleblower. And one of the news feeds is Facebook. Facebook was just deleted in front of our faces.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And one of the news feeds is from Facebook. And there's also Reddit and X are still working.
So I don't know what they ate, but it wasn't all the major sites.
None of that. So they made the rabbit virus. They're sending it to Will. Will uploads the virus, but somehow the aliens have traced the virus back to the hackers and are draining their data. And they're going to find Will and Goliath by using the data that they're draining from the hackers. And now the aliens are pissed because I guess they know what's up. And they detach their heads from their legs and they start flying away.
Yeah.
Which seems like, why didn't you guys do this to begin with? Why did you even have legs?
It looks cool.
Yeah, right. They look cooler. They should have been flying around the whole time.
Well,
it did look cooler.
They were tripods in the Orson Welles book. So
yeah.
Well, it should have stayed that way. So they got he's like, Ice Cube's like, they got your IPs. Y'all got to get out of there. So the aliens in like 20 seconds go to all the hackers' houses and just blow them the fuck away.
Yep.
And we think Dave gets blown away and killed. And because Will's house is destroyed. And Dave is calling Will, and we're like, okay, he's alive. He calls, and then the call drops out. He calls again, and Dave is alive. Yeah, please.
I knew he was alive.
You knew he was alive.
I knew he was alive.
Okay, so at this point, I had a theory in my head about what was going on in the movie, and it turned out to be completely wrong. But my theory was that Dave really died. Okay, Sandra really died. His daughter really died. The aliens had hacked all of their data and their Facebooks and everything else, and they're using like artificial intelligence to put up a projection of what Ice Cube's son and daughter would look like. Trying to infiltrate the DHS to get to Goliath by trying to trick Ice Cube into thinking that he's interacting with his children and Sandra from NASA. I thought it was going to be a big thing at the end where they were actually all dead and he was just helping out the aliens unwittingly.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
That didn't happen.
They should have called you for some plot points.
I thought it was a great idea.
Yeah. I think that is a good idea, actually.
And, well, they didn't. They didn't. Dave's actually alive. And all he could say after his friends get killed is, that was intense. His friends are all dead. That's what he says. And he said he wasn't in the house. He bounced his signal. He's chilling at Brian's house. And then he proceeds to take down the worst looking CGI backdrop I have ever seen, which is supposed to be some sort of like a blanket that's behind him that's supposed to look like he was in his own house, because I don't know why, but it was there.
It was like a green screen. He's like, ta-da.
Right. It was bad. So then he says, why do you think you couldn't find Disruptor for a year? And then they make some stupid jokes about Will's house being blown up and alien invasion insurance. Then Sandra tells Will that the bugs are a hybrid organism with living cells and plastic, metal, and silicon. And I was like, why is she telling Will this shit? Why is he the one that she is being told? And why is she alone?
She's alone, and apparently she only has one number in her Rolodex, and it's him.
Right.
And he's clearly just a middleman. Just go bypass him and tell the person that needs to know.
Right. Also, he's one of the least helpful people. He just
completely useless. Ice Cube. So Will calls Faith, and he asks her if she has access to her cannibal code. And Faith was like, "You know about that?" As if it was like some big secret. She's published.
Right. Article about
Everybody knows about the cannibal code.
He knows what's in your refrigerator.
Like, it's out there. Like, why are you surprised that your father knows about this? Everybody knows about it.
Nationally published. Yeah.
Nationally published. So it's never been tested. Now, Will has Dave, Faith, and Sandra all on the line. They need to make a hybrid virus using the cannibal code. Mark says, why can't you just reprogram the DNA in the aliens to cannibalize themselves? Dave's like, Mark, that's absolutely right. So I said, good job, Amazon guy. He cracked it.
Yeah.
So they're going to rewrite this cannibal code. I don't know if that's how any of this works.
Probably not.
Neither did
Neither did they. So Faith is going to send Dave the DNA sequence so he can translate it. Will ask for access to from security Crystal. He gets a message back from the office of the Secretary of Defense saying no. He's in an all-hands sit room Zoom. I don't know what that means. I don't know. They're just all together talking to each other, all the higher-ups. Will hacks his way into the Zoom meeting, and they're talking about bombing the DHS building to bury Goliath under the rubble, stopping the aliens from getting into it. I'm pretty sure the tiny bugs that they have would just go under the rubble and get the data. Since they've known about the tiny bugs for 75 years.
Me too. It seems like one of the worst plans. But also, when he goes into the meeting, his face shows up, and he's commenting while they're talking, like, oh, hell no, oh, shit. And his mic is not muted, and nobody's saying anything. Because he mutes it later.
No shit.
Yeah, later in the
notice that.
Yeah, he's saying, "Oh shit, oh hell no," and then he mutes it to talk to what's her face, the NASA lady.
So they have now they're showing stock footage of the DC evacuations, and the blast radius is 5 miles, so the casualties are going to be very high. They have initiated lockdown of the most sensitive government buildings in preparation of the incoming bombing. I don't know why. What's the purpose of locking down the buildings? You're going to bomb them, and they're going to be obliterated, so who fucking cares if they're locked down? The lights go out in the DHS building, and Will is he's now in super lockdown because the previous lockdown wasn't good enough. They locked them down even harder.
It's the same thing, just with the lights out.
And the DHS is to be hit twice and twice as hard to ensure total destruction. Woo. So Sandra says the code you'll be carrying is data. So naturally, they're going to kill Will along with the code. Because they say he's going to, use a jump drive or whatever. It's going to be a suicide mission.
Is this the part I'm supposed to be doing?
You're almost there.
Oh, so the aliens eating the person carrying the data, that's new information.
That doesn't make any sense.
Also, that's not been talked about this whole movie.
No. Why would they kill him? Because he's carrying the data.
I don't know.
There's no why. Why would they? Were they going to eat him? He doesn't have any fucking information. He's an idiot.
Yeah.
And wouldn't every human being in the world have some data that they have on their person?
Well, isn't technically their brain's data?
Sure, their cell phone. Yeah.
Yeah. So Will goes back to writing his email to his kids.
Yeah.
Which his Gmail account hasn't been eaten by the aliens yet.
No.
It's still there. So Dave has now written the cannibal code in about 5 minutes. It took his crew of 5 people to make the rabbit virus, but this brand new code nobody has ever made before took him 5 minutes to take care of.
Yep.
And
research wrapped up quick.
So now he needs to send the code to Will. So Jay, why don't you take it away?
All right. Uh-oh, Ice Cube doesn't have a thumb drive. But the Amazon driver.
I have one thing about that.
Okay.
Oh my God. I am a graphic designer and I used thumb drives 15 years ago. They're 256 megabyte things that you transform like a file that has a few photos in it.
Yeah. But he's a government employee. He can't have thumb drives. He explains it.
But the whole thing fits on a 256 megabyte thumb drive?
They make gig ones now.
Gig ones? Sure, whatever it is. All right. Sorry.
Terabytes, gigs.
So there's good news, though. The Amazon driver boyfriend can save the day. He can send a thumb drive that he just happens to have, but he can't send it unless Ice Cube puts in an order through Amazon, because that will activate the drone. So we have to actually see him go on Amazon and put in the order. They go through the whole process, so you can see how easy it is to order on Amazon. It's basically a primary. Primary, what is that? It's the future of the delivery. So then the boyfriend can now drive the drone to the place.
Can we back up a second?
Yeah.
He happened to have a drone on his person boxed up behind him that he's been traveling with?
He had the drone. He had the flash drive. I mean, this is their lucky day.
It's all set up.
And he brought it all with him to the hospital.
It was directly behind him. He's like, I have an idea. Oh, it's right here.
Yeah, he literally reaches behind him and he's got the drone and the flash drive, which he brought to when he was saving his girlfriend, apparently. Oh, and tape.
Way, didn't she give birth like 15 minutes ago?
No,
where's the baby?
Yet. There's no baby yet.
Yeah, no. Oh. No, this is her. She pulled the metal stake out of her thigh and
she doesn't have the baby yet.
And he taped up her femoral artery. So I did some research. Drones are not manually driven. Prime Air is only in California, Texas, and Arizona. So
what?
Yeah, so none of this is possible.
You're kidding me.
Nope. The drones are automated and only in 3 states. So the stealth bombers are on their way. They're 10 minutes away. We know this because CNN Live is still working perfectly.
And so are the bombers.
So are the bombers. Those bombers weren't part of the other planes. I guess the military, they aren't military bombers because the military is done.
Right. They're independently contracted bombers.
Right. Yeah. That work without data, apparently.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Or the writers just forgot about that. So we're seeing some news popping up. WhatsApp, YouTube, Twitter, X, still all working absolutely fine. It looks like the aliens only ate Facebook. And then regurgitated it because now it's working again.
Hold on. You know what's crazy about Prime Air? And it's only being in 3 states?
Yeah.
Was this movie was made in 2020?
Yeah.
So they really anticipated Prime Air to take off in 2020.
They're like...
And 5 years later, it's still only in 3 states.
3 cities, actually.
3 cities.
It's 1 city in each state.
Wow.
They're like...
that failed miserably.
They're like, this movie is going to blow Prime Air up. You just watch. So the driver is trying to dodge alien spaceships. These spaceships have lasers that instantly shoot out military fighter jets, but he's dodging and weaving with his Prime Air drone. And he's saying, I need cover. And Dave hacks a Reaper drone and he starts shooting the alien spaceships out of the air. The Amazon driver seems to see what Dave sees also somehow, because he keeps telling Dave to do a barrel roll, which first of all was completely unnecessary, and it was hilarious that he said it like 3. He's just like, do a barrel roll. So the drone gets hit by one of the tentacles of the tripod and it lands upside down. Conveniently.
By the way,
yeah,
these things are 300 feet tall and they fit into the crawl space of the ceiling. Like, where's this drone coming? Where's the monster coming from? There's a tentacle came up from the ground and attacked him.
Yeah, I guess he was flying the drone lower at that point. I have no idea. It was a weird thing, but he gets hit, lands upside down, conveniently across the street from a bum, who's in a tent across the street, and they hack his phone and they start texting him and they ask him to flip the drone. Obviously, he's scared of the aliens and doesn't want to die, but they decide to bribe him with an Amazon gift card, and he's like, $1,000 Amazon gift card? Screw the aliens. I'm going to flip this drone. So, this is like the 5th Amazon product placement in the last 10 minutes. So now we're back in action, but the drone is getting shot at now. and it's dodging the lasers. Dave is out of missiles, so things are looking pretty dire. But he decides to kamikaze fly into one of the tripods with the drone. And we'll just forget about the other two drones because Amazon Prime drone is, the two other tripods, because the Amazon Prime drone makes it safely into the DHS building. I don't know what happened to the other two tripods, but we don't need to worry about that.
Don't worry about those tripods.
So we're safe. We're in the building now.
And the drone that Dave commandeers, why is that still flying around? Is that not? That's a military drone? Am I wrong?
No, that's the Prime Air drone. The Raptor drone.
The Raptor drone has just been flying around the whole time.
Yeah, but Dave's a master hacker.
But I thought all the data was gone.
Not to Dave. He hacked
more data in?
Yeah, he hacked more data.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that's how good he is.
Wow. It's incredible.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, thank you for explaining it to me. My God. I was completely lost.
Yeah, he was out of data. He hacked some data. We're all good.
So now Faith is directing Will down to the Goliath servers, which seems strange because it's pretty straightforward and right out in the open. It's like no secret access or anything like that. Sandra says one of the aliens has penetrated the building, and on cue, Will tangles with one of the alien tentacles and hits it, and he uses a ludicrous line. He says, "Move, bitch, get out the way."
That's in my notes.
He uses, if you're an early 2000s rap fan, you'll recognize that ludicrous line right there. Faith has to find Goliath on the map. It's in a sealed room nearby, and she finds where Goliath is because when she's looking at the map and directing Will where to go on the screen in big letters, it says Goliath. So, Peter, Will, not knowing where Goliath was, is kind of ridiculous because it's right there on the map. It says Goliath in big letters. And that's how Faith lets Will know where to go. The bombers are flying towards DC somehow. These are independent, what is it, Raytheon bombers or something?
Maybe they hacked some data too.
They hacked data. Will finds Goliath, and Mark gets the drone with the USB to Will. Will's card won't work to get into the server room to access Goliath. So he instructs his daughter to rewind camera footage, which she has no idea what to do. He instructs her, he's like, hit file rewind. And it works. And she figures out what the password is by watching other people going into the server room, which everybody apparently can go into.
There's a lot of action in their server room, yeah.
Right, there's a lot of people going in and out of there.
Yeah.
And there's a camera right on the keypad. So if you're
very secure.
Very secure. And she got him the code in about 5 seconds.
Also, everybody who's putting in the key code is standing off to the right of the keypad and pressing the buttons.
So it's outstanding.
Yeah.
The tentacles are already infiltrating Goliath, and Will puts the USB stick into the server as the tentacles are wrapped around him, and he yells, "I love you guys." And everyone's view of Will goes blank, and we think he's dead. And immediately, the cannibal code is uploading.
Yeah.
Sandra pulls up shots of the data centers. The aliens are all dying. The planes abort the mission with 3 seconds to go.
Quick reflexes on those guys.
Why did they?
Because the cannibal virus was working.
How would they know that?
Reasons.
And even if it was, are you sure?
No.
This is a chance we just have to take. There's one person in the building. We have to take the chance.
So our screen goes blank, and we see a computer screen with the email from Will about how being a parent is hard and a bunch of bullshit about how he's proud of his kids.
The email is twice as long as the one he drafted. I don't know when he went back and added the second half of that email, but it's twice as long.
And also, in this email, he decided to include a bunch of creeper photos of his family.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's how he shows he loves them.
Yeah.
It's like a stalker sending photos of you sleeping.
Right, that's how.
Isn't
that how you show your wives you love them, by taking pictures of them like that?
I love you.
That's not how you do that. Holy shit!
Here's you going to the bathroom.
You guys don't do that. So then we see a phone ringing. It's the Secretary of Defense calling Will. And Will's alive. Yay. He tells Will the president wants Will to pioneer a new data collecting protocol that doesn't invade people's personal privacy. Will rejects the offer and says, I'm done watching us, and from now on, I'm watching you guys.
Oh, snap.
Fucking roll credits. Goddamn fucking masterpiece.
There is some like news things popping up, like when the day was saved, and it was a lot of Joe Rogan and Tucker Carlson.
Yep.
Also, you missed the family photo at the end.
Oh, yeah, I didn't miss it. I was like, I don't want to talk about this. But you can.
Sandra from
It's exhausting.
Sandra from NASA's taking pictures with the family. She's not friends with them. And
oh, come on.
Maybe Will and Sandra got together now.
For God's sake.
And they had like Daddy Shark, Mama Shark shirts, and she had a NASA Shark shirt on.
Oh,
and why and how did they get that made? And also, isn't the world destroyed? Like they're at some picnic in the country.
Yeah, it's like 3 months later. Oh no, it's 1 year later.
No, in the timeline of this movie, it's about 45 minutes later.
Right.
Everybody's fine. So yeah, that was War of the Worlds.
That was War of the Worlds, and you know what? I forgot to mention. I have to push my glasses up a little bit, and I have to nerd out a little bit here.
Mm-hmm.
There's a Godzilla movie, Godzilla 2000, where there's an alien that is it's an alien ship, and it looks like a rock, and it's at the bottom of the ocean. They float it up to the top of the ocean, and this alien ship goes on top of like a Japanese data center, like a defense center.
Mm-hmm.
And tentacles come out of this alien ship, go into the center, and starts draining all the data out of their servers, all the information about Godzilla. And then it recreates another monster to replicate Godzilla.
That's
and
cool.
I was like, I wonder if this director watched that movie, because these tentacles and these ships and the data mining, I was like, maybe, but maybe not. I was like, it's a little too similar for me.
I think there was a good movie buried deep in all of the insanity. You know what? The premise, okay. There was just so many problems. But I think at the core of it, there could have been a decent premise, decent movie.
Do you know what's funny? There's 3 writers. One of them they gave to H.G. Wells, which I don't know if he'd want his name on this, but the other one.
Actually, you got a second?
Yeah.
I thought that as well. I thought that H.G. Wells. Well, I don't know if did you go to H.G. Wells IMDb?
No, I didn't.
Okay, well that's where I'm going with this. So I saw that as well, and I found that weird. So I went on IMDb and I looked up H.G. Wells, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's got probably like 170 credits. He died in 1946, and 90% of them are from after he died.
Mm-hmm.
So at first I was like, oh, H.G. Wells must be rolling in his grave, this, that, the other. But no, because he is also credited as a writer for Erotic Time Machine. 31st century scientist Miss Manners has developed a method of traveling through time, but it increases lust in the time traveler. So she views erotic scenes from each period of time. H.G. Wells writing credit. Also, Wishbone. An intelligent and witty dog imagines himself in the role of characters from classic books and gets involved in similar real-life adventures, starring Soccer the dog. H.G. Wells writing credit, along with 170 other ones.
Amazing.
His name was on almost everything. I think if he touched anything or there was any idea given, I don't know. He was credited.
One of the other writers has 24 credits in the script and continuity department. He has most of them are script revisions or punch-up writer, and apparently he's just bad at his job, I guess.
I mean, that's the whole point of a script continuity supervisor, is to find holes in the storyline. That's all this movie had.
Maybe that's why all his script revisions say uncredited. Anyway,
he was fired halfway
through.
Could
you imagine what this movie was before it was edited?
Seriously. I mean,
my God.
They spent 4 years editing it.
I do give them credit, like trying to make an alien invasion movie during COVID, and their resources were limited, but like just all the continuity and plot points were just.
So normally before, like I did the dog must die, which is trigger warnings.
Yeah.
Couldn't find that. So I went down a different rabbit hole and I wanted to find a 5-star review of this movie.
Okay.
So I went to all of the major, news outlets and nobody did. One person on Rotten Tomatoes gave it a tomato, but they said something like, um, bad movie, but it's fun. I didn't count that. So then I found some 5-star reviews. I went to the audience reviews. I found some 5-star reviews. A lot of them are bots and weird shit, and people clearly planted. But I found one that I think is genuine. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
Okay. War of the Worlds 2025 is for me the most perfect movie IMC in many years. The decision for put Ice Cube and Roddick from Diary of a Wimpy Kid in same film is maybe sounding strange, but when you watch it, it makes so much sense. Ice Cube is playing Sergeant Marcus Steele. Was he?
No.
Or William Ratner, maybe. I don't know. And he is acting with so much calm, like he has already fight the aliens before, and it was not a big deal for him. When he say the line, "Wrong neighborhood, fool," I almost dropped my soda. I don't think he said that, but fine. Roddick, he is again Devin Bosnick, but here he is like some big mechanical smart guy. He was fixing and breaking alien machines with only screwdriver, tape, and drinking many energy drink. Did he think the drone was an alien machine? I think he don't sleep even in the movie. This part is very believable somehow. The movie is going with perfect pacing, action scenes was looking very real, and the explosions, they almost make me think my chair is shaking. The music is all guitar riffs, and it fit like glove with chaos of alien invasion. This is not just good movie. This is not only great movie. This movie is a masterpiece, and I am ready to watch it 2 times, and I will do it again. So,
amazing.
I guess the point is you have to literally be insane to like this movie.
That was my review, Peter.
One more that said, absolute peak. It got me holding myself, and I wish I could give it more ratings. Joshua W.
Amazing.
So it did get 2 5-star ratings.
Well, now it's time for our ratings.
It's about to get 3, baby.
For God's sake. All right. All right. Who's going first? Not me, man. You go first. Are we doing ratings now, you said?
Yeah, we're doing ratings.
All right.
We give it
who wants it? Who wants first?
A rank up to 5, scale of 5 datas.
5 datas. That's perfect, because what the fuck does that mean? Right. You don't know.
All right, I'll go first. I feel like this movie was an exercise in hate watching.
Mm-hmm.
The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, or Bachelor in Space, or whatever the Christ they're up to now. And I feel like in my head, because this movie was wildly successful, it got a lot of attention. It was #1 on Amazon, #2. I almost feel like this is a little bit roundabout, but it's almost even the future of movies because it got a lot of attention, and you either have to be a great movie or a terrible movie, or you don't really get a lot of attention. Mm-hmm. Right? Like my Facebook feed is I'm sitting there watching it, and 2 young idiots do like an 8-second synchronized dance move, and then they look at the camera like, "Look what I did!" Mm-hmm. And I just like, "How was that? That's nothing. That's not entertainment. You're both idiots." And then it keeps coming up again and again and again. Mm-hmm. Or, like a couple who was like, "We didn't want 1 kid," and then like 5 kids pop up and they go like, "Oh no," and I hate it. It's pretentious and awful. It pisses me off.
Your feed sucks.
It keeps coming. It's that because I hate watch it, and then horror movies and scuba diving and sharks. But my point is that I feel like there's a new level of entertainment coming that's people like to not like to watch, to hate watching something. Mm-hmm. And I think this is it. I think, this was successful. It's terrible on every level. And I think we can probably plan on seeing a lot more of this. Mm-hmm. So my review of it is, how much credit do I give to the fact that I liked to hate watch it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
In this case, not much. I feel like I went from like waiting to laugh at something that was terrible and then kind of laughing, but not enough. What is it? 0 to 5. What is it? You said
datas.
I'm going to give it a 0.5 data.
Okay. That's our lowest rating yet.
Yeah. And I consider it a 0, but there was a couple scenes where I was like, oh God, that sucks. That's entertaining because it sucks. I hate watching it. I hate myself, but 0.5.
Okay. I mean, I didn't hate it that much. I thought there was some like I don't know, so bad it's funny parts. Like it was such a convoluted mess, and the writing was so bad. I was kind of entertained just to see like what are they going to screw up next, and how are they going to contradict themselves in the very next scene. So I had a little bit more fun. I'm going to give it a 1.5 data out of 5.
All right.
Why do I feel Frank is going to give it a 5?
I'm not going to give it a 5, Peter.
All right.
But this movie it's the gift that keeps giving. This is The Room. If you've seen The Room, if anybody in the audience has seen The Room, one of the best, worst movies ever made. And this movie is up there with it. I mean, this movie was so bad it was good. I had so much fun watching this movie the second time, and all the continuity mistakes, and all of Ice Cube's bad acting, and his terrible one-liners, and the NASA chick's nonsense, and his son is the fucking biggest domestic terrorist threat in the country, and the only people that could stop the aliens is Ice Cube and his 2 kids and Sandra from NASA. The only people in the incredible. For a normal human being, this movie is garbage. Mm-hmm. It's a fucking like a 0 for a normal human being. Mm-hmm. For me, this is like a 4 all day. All right, I'm watching this movie and I am enjoying the hell out of it. All right. I will make it a point to watch this movie on a yearly basis, just to laugh at this movie.
All right.
It is so bad, it is good. And it's not even trying. It's like there are movies that are bad, and you give them a 1 star or a half a star because they're trying to be bad, and they're trying to be bad in such a way that it's like that's not ironically funny.
Right.
This movie was trying to be good, and failed so miserably that it made it good.
Yeah.
And I love that. That's right up my alley. It's The Room of sci-fi horror.
Well, I'm upping mine to 1.75 because you've swayed me up a quarter point.
Come on. I didn't pick a 0 now. An asshole, I would feel like. If you pick this again, I'm going to send arsenic to your house.
Frank just picks this every time.
Hey, guess what? It's War of the Worlds.
Fine, a 5.
All right, so that is War of the Worlds. We're going to do something different. We're going to do... We mentioned we're going to do top 3 to 5s, different lists every week, every episode. We're actually going to go weekly, and so we're going to do the top lists one week and then the movies the other week. So next episode will be top 3 horror movie kills, and then the next movie will be Peter's picking. So what do we got?
All right, I feel like...
You got a devilish look on your face right now.
War of the Worlds.
I feel like it could not be like it's like the polar opposite of War of the Worlds, and I actually
it's War of the Worlds from 1951.
It's basically I remember my first 2. I haven't liked any of my movie choices, like the Microwave Massacre and Friday 13th Part 5, and I don't think I'm gonna like this one either. But I feel like it's like picking the movies like a giant game of chess. So now I have to like somehow contradict yours, and I think I've done it. What I'm picking is the original 1931 movie, Frankenstein.
Okay.
Oh, I like that.
And the reason I'm picking that is 2 reasons. First of all, I've never seen it.
Oh, wow.
What?
And I feel like, in my mind, every movie before 1955 is excruciating. Every horror movie. And I know I'm wrong. And I saw one scene of this movie that was not supposed to be funny, but I laughed so hard I cried. I won't give that scene away, but...
I already know what it is.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah. That's it. You just say, like Frankenstein throws the chick in the...
Yeah.
Yep.
I didn't know anything about this movie. And then he's like, oh, and he throws her in the pond and she dies. And I was like, I laughed for 5 minutes. And plus, I'm kind of a sucker for the old-timey voice from the 30s. I'll go low and get you the breadbasket.
I will say,
so
Dracula and Invisible Man are also good.
What is?
Dracula and Invisible Man.
I haven't seen any of them.
Yeah, Wolfman is great.
Yeah, they're good.
And you know what? Bride of Frankenstein, great movie. And I think Son of Frankenstein might be my favorite of the 3.
Well, I think that I'm going to be mildly controversial because, as I've said, I hate every horror movie before 1955. Haven't seen many, but in my head, they're all terrible, boring, excruciating. So I know this is a classic. I know everyone loves it. So I'm going to dive into it.
Yeah.
And we're going to do it.
All right. So, yeah, next episode, top 3 horror movie kills, followed by 1931 Frankenstein. So thanks for listening, everybody, and we'll talk to you soon.
Bye, love. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. It's over. Goodbye. It's time to go. This is the end. Say goodbye.